Shenny, 10 debutants already this season. Are you and the rest of the coaching staff happy at how the team are gelling together?
Really happy, really happy. I think there's a great dynamic within the group. You can see the boys are enjoying it. Their approach to every game we've played so far has been great, and every time we reviewed a game or a training session, we've always seen an improvement. So I think that's a really good sign that the boys are in it at the moment and they're buying into it, and there's some different challenges being thrown at us, like going to Siddle away. Just what that, and a lot of our players, myself included, haven't been to be part of an amateur game like that for a long time, and some of our boys never will have for an open age game. So lots of interesting challenges, but I think the way we've approached it has been fabulous, right from our staff to the players in particular. Have been great.
And last weekend there were 2 debutants, Miles Lawford and Noah Bull. How do you think they went? Can you give us a bit of background about Noah?
Yeah, I can do, yes. So Noah is a Castle lad who signed at Warrington in their youth system, and he spent the last, I think, definitely couple of seasons. He might have done scholarship there, but he's definitely played in their academy for the last 2 years. He then moved back over this way, and he was looking for a club, and we snapped him up when we found out he was available. As a young outside back, we needed that in our squad a little bit. Obviously, we're still trying to grow our squad and get that depth in that, but in particular, give chances to young players. So for Noah, I think he's come in, he's got to grips with it pretty fast. Obviously, he had Powley there, so the calls have come over that are the same, so he's picked those up pretty quick. But it was good. It was a surprise to see him be so good, really. I thought it was really strong. Obviously, Newcastle are going through a bit of a rebuild, so they've got a lot of change going on, so we can't take too much from what the opposition put up against us, really, but you've got to play what's in front of you. And I thought Noah and Miles did very well. On Miles, same as what I mentioned before, we've seen lots of improvement in Miles as we go. Still a long way to go. It's very tough to develop halfbacks. He's got the toughest position, really, to nail down, as he's got to be able to control the team, he's got to read a game, he's got to make really tough decisions with the ball. Then he's also got to be stiff enough in defence and defend really well. So he's growing all the time, but both from loads to improve on, but there's loads of quality stuff in there as well, so very happy.
And just the last point about last weekend, I was a bit confused. We ended up with 12 players, but Tash is sat on the bench. Was there a reason you didn't put Tash on?
I just think, just keep challenging our boys in different ways. It was a bit of, we're not going to use a sub, but we pulled Renoff off at one point for 10 minutes and just see how the boys handle going down to 12, as we're seeing at the moment in the competition. It's been to be the Super League, there's lots of yellow cards getting thrown about, red cards, so I think you've got to have the ability to be able to play the game with different numbers at times, sometimes out of your control, so challenge them in different ways there. And also we're wanting our boys to improve in communication skills as well. And that takes putting them under pressure, being able to communicate and think under pressure is very important for a group of players. And if they can do that on the fly, in game situations, the heat of battle, I think we'll be in a good place. So we're always looking to challenge them in different ways. So yeah, it's a bit tactical, that one.
Moving on to this weekend, Hunslet Amateurs in the Challenge Cup. How do you even start to prepare against what is possibly the relatively unknown?
The way we keep it consistent, really, is our preparation doesn't change. We want to play the way we want to play. We've got a style we create with the ball that we want to, and in particular in defence, our attitude to defence, I think has been outstanding. So for us is keep banging the drum around consistency, being consistent in defence, being consistent in sticking to our game plans and doing the things that have been really working for us. I think we've got some real core principles that we hold dear to us as a team, and we've worked towards those, and I think they're the ones that if we keep sticking to those and be consistent, we're really dangerous. And I think the attitude, I think we learnt in the first half in Siddle, we went away from what has been really good for us so far, attack and defence. So we learnt in the second half, we've got to earn the right, really. Earn the right, play the game, respect the opposition. So I thought we were excellent last week against Newcastle in doing that, so we expect the same again this week.
And last week against Newcastle, 1 or 2 players missing. I'm thinking about Ian Thornley, Luke Gale, Tommy Doyle. Isaiah Vangener, Jerry McGilvery. Any updates on those lads?
A couple were rested, a couple of knocks from obviously the Sill game. That was a tough game, that, and we had a lot of possession, so we got tackled a lot. And when you slightly start breaking tackles and you pull down awkwardly from behind and stuff, it's just a little bit sore, even though it's kind of not fully professional opposition. It's still, rugby league is a tough game, so you pick up these knocks, so it's tactically rest them a lot. Couple, Ian just pulled up sore going into the game, so they decided not to play him. Obviously the pitch at Featherstone was very heavy, so we didn't want to put him through that. But a couple of those boys are back in for contention this week.
So I'm not asking you to name the 17, but are we going strong against the Hunslet amateurs?
We will be, yeah. Yeah, I think we've been strong all the way through, and no, we won't be putting a reserve team out. It'll be a first team going out there again, yeah.
All the best for Sunday, Shenton. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.